All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. And as you can see, because fuck you again. That's right. All right. That being said, Alan, what's up, brother?
Oh, not much, not much. Just been a standard run of the mill week for me. Um, we'll go ahead and start this shindig off in the usual fashion, maybe.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you. Um, Even though there's some presidential candidates that don't know the word to that. We'll go to the YouTube participants list and see just who YouTube says is out there. There's nobody in the YouTube participants list. According to YouTube, nobody's there. We got Andy's 79, Z28, AOK Foraging and Adventures out there. Big Al, Edward Petty, G23, Bigger Behind the Trigger, Gun Loving Grandpa, how you doing? Joshua Brandenburg out there. We got man, I am gonna butcher this. Regioso's channel. Sorry, I'm terrible. Squatch Reloading. There's the YouTube auditor. A special greetings for YouTube auditor. Six Shooter Texan. Idaho Rogers USMC. Fuzz Fork, the great, the one, the only Fuzz Fork. Also out there. Yeah, it's starting to fill up. I posted the question right off the bat what we were going to talk about tonight, folks. So as we go through the room, pitch some topics.
All right. Before we start going through the room, we're going to start with someone else today. We're going to start with Mario, the battle bean himself. And everyone out there, congratulate Mario. He is now retired.
Diddy 214 in the house, bitches. Hell yeah, man. I'm done. I feel great. Thank you guys. It was a great week. It was bittersweet, giving so much of my life to the Army. It's not an easy thing, guys. It's really hard, you just all and you're pretty much all of your adult life is the military, and all of a sudden you're leaving it. I'm just hoping that the transition goes well for me, and that I find something that I can find challenging and worthwhile my time. I'm going to be a little more selective as to my next employer, because one, I don't like to change employers unless I really have to, and two, I just want to make a difference, just like I did in the military. So we are looking forward to that. In the meantime, I probably have to put in front employment benefits. I've never done that in my life, so I'm learning that next week. But other than that, that's all I'm doing, guys. But I appreciate everybody's love and support. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate everybody's love and support. It's awesome to see so many guys out there and gals that appreciate what we do for you guys. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Good deal, man. And look at that. He's already out, but been out one day, and he's going to start feeding off the system.
Hell yeah, I'm going to be a welfare recipient, bro.
Daniel, what's up, man?
Okay, there he goes. I think, hey, Alan, I think it's pronounced Rougarouge channel. I just tried to do it by phonics, and Rougarouge is just a familiar term that I know of. I don't know what it means, but it's something. Scotsman had a great time yesterday. Scotsman's going to have some vids out. I got a couple of them out, but we just goofed off. We had some fun, and it was a great time. You guys, I mean, if you anybody here that hasn't met him yet in person, if you get the chance, do it. It's cool. You don't want to meet me because I'm not fun. But hey, thanks for having. What?
I'm an asshole. You don't want to meet me.
Okay, I'm not going to make any more comment on that. But guys, I just hope to have some fun in the chat tonight. I might have to duck out early because my wife and kids getting home. They went to the great amusement park, Cedar Point, and I'm just going to help them get all the stuff out of the car when we get here. But have some fun and find a topic, something interesting, something fun.
Yep, there we go. You're being called out already.
Ooh.
We'll get to that.
Well, hey, Josh, we have video. We'll be talking. Oh, yes, we will.
Kingpin, what's up, brother?
Not too much, man. Thanks for having me. Good to see everybody tonight.
Awesome, good deal. How's it going, Val?
It's going okay. All things considered, I'm doing fine. Had a kind of busy week trying to get everything lined up, next projects and all that. So, yeah, shot a little competition yesterday. It was fun. Shot a revolver after a long, long time. So, yeah, and then I got the bad news when I got home. But it is what it is.
Yeah, we're sorry to hear about that, man. Any one of us are here to help you out if you need something.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, and I got a couple of emails. I got one nice email from Scott, and just in general, it just shows how great the community is.
Absolutely. So, Alan, what you been up to this week?
Oh, just working predominantly all week. Once I finally come towards the weekend, I was trying to convince the boys that I needed to do some adulting, and they just weren't having it. So I ended up having a couple of the kids stay and screwing around with the RCs and trying to teach a couple of them some of the ways of reloading. And I'm not quite sure if I would trust their rounds yet. But trying to teach the young ones basically some of the finer points and teaching them how to do it themselves, because somebody's got to.
Absolutely. You said you had topics. What topics you got? I must have missed that.
No, I inquired with the side chat, and there was a debatable topic that popped up that I seen. And that would be the pros and cons of legalizing prostitution. Now, prostitution is the world's oldest profession. There is not a single profession older than prostitution. Second being coroner. And that will be the second to last job on the planet, by the way. But prostitution, pros and cons of legalizing prostitution. So I'd like to just go ahead and open it up. Daniel, what would be a pro to legalizing prostitution?
Pro, the first thing I would do is I would pimp Josh Benoit out. I would be his pimp. I would get out there and I'd have him make me lots of money, and I'd just smack him around like I always do.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be making much money on that. But anyway, Yeah, do I think that it can be done? Well, it is done. It is done in numerous countries all over the world, including ours. So Mario, pros and cons of legalizing prostitution.
Honestly, I don't have a pro, but I have a lot of cons. As a father and grandfather, I just think it kind of further exploits young girls into this type of lifestyle. The problem that I see is that, like in Europe, it's more tolerable, but I think Europeans have a better understanding or idea of how prostitution should be run. I guess I don't know. I don't hear about any of their workers being mistreated or anything like that, or being exploited. I just think that the problem that we have in U.S. society is that we do everything in excess. I mean, let's stop and think about it. We're the country that uses the most drugs, and there's a reason for that. So I just think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's something that should be done. I understand that Nevada does it, but Nevada, regardless of what it is, has a lot of restrictions, and but I just don't think it's going to work as far as the nationwide thing. But I mean, that's just my point of view of it.
Good. Kingpin, where would you stand on this?
I kind of would probably copy what Mario said and say that there's a long list of cons, and if I'm going to pick a pro, you could go with the idea that it's going to make it cleaner, safer, and more organized. So, I mean, theoretically, that'll happen. It's not going to do away with side prostitution. It's probably going to make the black market prostitution industry quadruple in size if you legalize it. But I don't think that's really, I don't really think that's a good idea. If you want to be a prostitute and that's what you want to do with your life, and do whatever you want to do. I just don't think as a society we should promote that. Here's a good way to make $20, lady. Go let some random stranger do things to you. I don't think. I think we've come too far as a society. Prostitution and pornography and all that other kind of stuff is in the position it's in for a reason. We can't let these leftists and these liberals fool us into thinking that we ought to open up our eyes and open up our arms to legalize prostitution because this is 2020 and freedom and all that. It's a back alley quiet thing because it's not the right thing.
It's just as bad as when you legalize marijuana. So when that happened in California, we had this one incident where this guy was high off the freaking high, right? And he ended up getting in an accident and killed the whole family because he was high. And it's just stuff like that. I don't agree with it. So.
Yeah. I have to agree on a lot of those points. I mean, yes, in Nevada, there is a lot of rules and regulations and restrictions and laws and everything else. Has it changed the black market for prostitution? Slightly. The only positive that I would speak to that is the amount of STDs have slightly decreased, but so slightly it's minuscule.
Well, there's still
professional amateur. You have any kind of opinion? Legalize prostitution or not? Pros and cons.
Well, Alan, you asked me. Go ahead.
I would say yes. I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why they call it the oldest profession in the world. Okay, so when we're thinking legalized prostitution, we're thinking about girls, but it could be boys as well. So you know what? They're freaking adults. As long as it's controlled and whatnot, what the hell? Let them do it. It's not like it's not gonna happen anyway. I mean, Kickpin is right. I mean, it's kind of backdoor thing that we kind of demoralize. But Holland or whatever, they have it as well. You got girls in a freaking in the windows. You can go shopping. So and they're pretty high up there. So I'd say it's gonna happen anyway. So might as well have some kind of control over it. Same goes with the pod and drugs. Make them all fucking legal. All the war on drugs is not working anyway. The only reason why they don't want it because they're gonna have a hard time collecting tax. That's the only reason why government makes it illegal. So it's really the way you're looking at it. My only thing would be if you make it legal across every state, because you make a marijuana legal in Colorado, but it's illegal in New York. How the hell am I going to explain my kid that you can't smoke pot because it's illegal? Then he goes to a college in Colorado and he can buy it and smoke it over there. So how is that? So it's either the same for everybody, or no, yes for everybody, or no for everybody. It just sucks when it's like state by state. Same thing with the gun laws. It should like that should be across the border.
Okay, when you asked me, Alan, about it, you said, okay, positive. So I made a joke because being positive about that is a joke. Yeah, I did 20 years in the Navy. I never hired a prostitute myself, but you know what? I seen a whole lot of them, and most of them were victims of early in their childhood rape, incest. That kind of problems. You have young girls that go out and they run away from home, a bad home situation, and these pimps get a hold of them. And one of the first things they do is they shoot them up with heroin, get them hooked on that, and now they have slaves, which in turn goes into human trafficking. Now, you go ahead and legalize prostitution in the United States, make it more socially acceptable, politically correct. That's a joke. But you take a look at it, people naturally want to go to excess. So if you make it legal, people are just going to get more excessive and get more, just make it more degenerative.
Yeah, they're still going to be getting exploited. The idea that there's not going to be a pimp is foolish, because whoever runs that company is the pimp now. And as far as the legalizing drugs, if you legalize heroin, it will be the most epic disaster the human race has ever faced. That is the worst possible idea ever. And I'm telling you, you got to look into what marijuana. Most people don't know anything about weed. They think they do. Most people have no idea about weed. So we'll talk about that some other time. But if you legalize meth, crack, and heroin, the human population will decrease exponentially, so fast and so dreadfully. It'll shock you. That is the most terrible idea, to think that you could just make things better by allowing someone to go into Walmart to buy some heroin or however, or even get it prescribed by a doctor. The legalizing drugs thing is the worst possible thing we could ever do. I'd rather have prostitution mandatory than legalized drugs.
Well, Portugal did it, and they had a great success with it.
This is the United States of America, and if you legalize heroin, half the population will die in a year.
Yeah, there's a difference between the way Europeans do things and the way we do.
Yeah, but think about it this way: if half the population is gonna OD, then fuck them. If you're dumb enough to fucking put that shit in your body, it's on you. I'm sure there's plenty of fucking other immigrants that want to come in that they don't want to shoot up.
Yeah, but
people that want to shoot up, they're gonna shoot up anyway.
The thing about the legalized heroin is it's not going to be a bunch of people running out to get stoned. It's going to be prescribed. It's going to be recommended and different stuff like that. And your grandma is going to end up grabbing some of it because she's got a tummy ache, or your dad threw out his back, bouncing the kid on his knee, and then it's going to be much more available. Just look at the prescription drugs. Look how huge of a disaster the opioid prescription drug is in this country. Plus, with heroin, you're going to add in the hypodermic needle, and when you grab somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and they put that needle in their arm in the wrong place, it's all she wrote.
Well, I think I'm gonna tell me if I'm wrong, Val. Val is taking a libertarian stand on it. If it's something you want to do to yourself, no one has the right to tell you. I mean, it's your own choice.
But see, then it goes back to the same shit where everybody talks about human rights, and if we're allowing this shit, then we're just as bad as fucking China and whatever the fuck it is, North Korea, and you know, having people fucking go hungry and die of hunger. I mean, regardless, I mean that's as how I see it, because no matter what we do, everything that we do is fucking viewed as a huge thing or a bad thing. And I could just see motherfuckers talking about how bad we are in fucking human rights and not taking care of our citizens and blah blah blah. So
well, there's a certain amount of not taking care of our citizens, and then there's the certain, I've said it before, I am a fan, an absolute fan of natural selection. Idiots that you know get a cup of coffee from McDonald's and don't read the label that says, oh, it's hot. Of course it's hot. It's freaking coffee. You know, natural selection has been eliminated. I don't know if it's around the world epidemic, but it's definitely an epidemic in America where we coddle and protect the idiots, the absolute idiots. And so if you're going to be that kind of special idiot and be doing that shit anyway, you know, is it going to hurt the people that are involved in your life? Yeah. Is it going to end up hurting you? Absolutely.
But you're going into a whole nother realm now. You know, take the opioid crisis, for example. Kingpin brought that up. Daniel can attest to this. Personal experience can attest to this. Doctors force it on people on purpose, even if they don't need it, get them hooked on it, because now that it's another money system for them. It's all about money. And like Kingpin said, that is probably one of the worst things that ever happened. Now that's going to take years to clean that up, if we can clean it up, because there's way too much money in that. Way too much money in it.
1911.
And let's stop and think about it. Why the fuck they haven't cured cancer? Why is it that they can control every fucking thing else, but they can't control cancer?
Because there's no money in it.
Fucking money. You know how much money the American Cancer Association gets every year? Fucking millions and millions of fucking dollars, man. It's a fucking bullshit conspiracy.
Come on, cancer is a multi-billion-dollar business. 1911 USA has a good point. Alcohol is the most powerful drug, and it's easier to get. And basically, let me explain you something. When I was growing up behind the Iron Curtain. That's what they called it. So Czechoslovakia, as it was basically an Iron Curtain. So there was virtually no drugs. Okay, the only thing I ever heard was during the 16 years I lived under communists, was you had maybe in Prague, because that's basically a huge ass city. Some kids got sniffed up on some glue or something like that. You know, no, there was no drugs, nothing was made. You know, maybe here and there some poppy seeds or whatever. That's about it. But I mean, everybody I know is a fucking alcoholic. I mean, it was normal thing. At 10 o'clock in the morning, there was a law. You couldn't buy alcohol before 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., the guys are fucking drinking on the job, drinking beer, and they waste it by fucking 4 o'clock. I kid you not. So my dad was a raging alcoholic. You know, I had a lot of bad memories of him doing bad stuff, okay, while drunk. So, and that shit is available, and that shit destroys families and whatnot. You know, the only reason why the drugs and all that is they just can't control it. So legalize that shit. Put some kind of control on it. You can tax it, and you know, put a harsher punishment for using it. Right now, if you're hooked on a heroin, then they say, oh, you have a problem, you have a disease. Oh, fucking shit. You know what? You can buy it. Nobody made you put that shit in your body. Okay? It was your fucking choice. So it's not a disease. It's you. So put a harsher punishment on it.
Well,
if you get hooked, if you get sick.
On the flip side of that, let's go back to Alan's question. Brings up sex trafficking and all that stuff too. A lot of them, they're drugged up with all this shit. It's not their fault. No, they're hooked on it. That's a whole nother issue right there.
Okay, well, I look at it this way. You have that, yes, you got that happening to prostitutes. But now these other people who are just addicts, they're addicts, not victims. They did it because they wanted to go do it at a party, and now they get hooked. And, well, I say, okay, if they legalize it and everything, make it where I don't have to fear protecting my home and my property against someone wants to come in and steal my stuff so they can keep doing their addiction.
That's not possible. They're not going to give heroin away for free.
Yeah,
So
they're not.
when I need my money to get my fix, the heroin addiction is not going to change whether it's legal or not. When you get hooked on heroin, the way your body and your mind reacts isn't going to change whether it's legal or not. So if I need my fix, I'm coming and robbing your house, whether I'm going to Walmart to buy it later or if I'm going to the city to buy it later. That's the point. That part isn't going to change. And I'm totally with what Alan was saying and with what everybody's saying. It's your choice, your body as an individual. But what I'm saying is promoting these disastrous methods of lifestyle is a huge, huge mistake. The reason that we have freedoms is because we have civilization. Civilization gives us our freedoms. What is civilization? Civilization is 5 people got together and started living and decided, hey, man, you can't smack me whenever you want. That's not cool. If you want to stay living here, you got to keep your hands to yourself. And then when 1,000 people got together, it was the same rule. Hey, you can't smack people. And then now we are where we are now. That's why we have all these freedoms, because we've decided as people what's positive to promote and what's not positive to promote and how to live. What's that stupid bumper sticker? To coexist. You know, the civilization built all this stuff. And when you promote this immoral stuff, which is absolutely deadly, and I'm not a prude. I'm probably, when it comes down to it, the dirtiest person in the chat and in the panel. I've been through all kinds of crazy stuff, so it's not like I'm a prude. But reality is saying that these things aren't going to change whether they're legal or not. The pimp's not going away if prostitution becomes illegal. You're just going to have a pimp in a suit and boardroom. The heroin addiction and the meth addiction is not going to change the addict just because it's legal or not. And if we promote it, all we're going to do is make more prostitutes and more drug addicts.
Yeah, but I never said promote it. All I said is, right now, if you're a drug addict, you're a victim. If you go and rob the freaking store because you're high and you want to get your fix, they're looking at you as you're a victim. You're not a victim.
I agree.
And throw away the key. So you know what? It's going to be same for everybody. You want to go buy drugs? Go buy freaking drugs. You want to stick a needle in your arm? Stick a needle in your arm. But if you get sick, Medicare is not going to cover that shit. It's on you.
That's not reality. That's not reality, though. When you legalize heroin, you're going to be paying for their treatment, just like you are right now. They're not going to all of a sudden become decent politicians and say, yeah, we'll legalize heroin and you're responsible for yourself. They're going to say, we'll legalize heroin and here's 50 government programs to pick up dead bodies off the street.
Well, one thing, I don't think we should have to pay for someone's drug problem. They chose.
It's the same thing like when you get DUI. Okay, let's say you have a couple of drinks, you drive, you kill somebody. Your insurance will take your hands off you. You're on your fucking own. Okay, you get in an accident and you're all sober. Yeah, they'll cover you 100%. Once you're fucking drunk, that insurance like screw you. We taking our hands off you. It's on you because you're fucked up. So that's the way it should be treated with everything. You freaking smoke pot, get all high and kill somebody. That shouldn't be like oh, you're a victim.
I think there's another aspect that we're not looking at, and we are looking at the pussification of America, and the new generation want everything fucking handed to them. And to them, they feel that, hey, if I fucked up, you need to fucking patch me up and get me back up. And like, I don't fucking agree with that shit. I mean, a lot of us, you know, we're more like Generation X. So we're more like, hey, dude, you bust your ass, you do what the fuck you gotta do, you know, you become successful in life. But these fucking kids nowadays don't have that mentality, man. They don't. They want everything fucking handed to them like it's fucking 7-Eleven, man. Like, the shit gets fucking old. And I get tired of that fucking mentality. I really do. Because you know what? And you know, you can attest to this, professional amateur. When you and I came to this country, we stood in the back of the fucking line and worked our way up, man. And that's the shit that pisses me off.
That's the thing. It's not the kids. It's the parents. The parents allowing them certain shit. You know, my kid's home. He's working. My daughter, she's gonna be 16. She's getting a fucking job. You know, the car I just bought, it's gonna be hers. She's gonna be paying it off. You know, so it's like that's what it all boils down to. All these fucking liberal motherfuckers running around the streets right now, burning down the cities in the early 20s. Somebody they gotta have parents. Somebody had to raise them, and they did a fucked up job. That's what it is. You know, mom and dad are too busy making money because they want to have a $600,000 house. So they're paying $5,000 mortgage and insurance and whatnot. So they both have to work 80 hours a week. And they have kids, but they never see them. Kids are raised by God knows what, by internet these days. And that's the problem, you know. But yeah, all these little bastards are demanding.
I just think regardless of what situation is, because I mean, how do you think I raised 3 kids, man? I was in the military. I wasn't fucking here all the time. I had my wife working. I mean, I just think it boils down to fucking parenting. If you really give a shit about your kid and you want them to be successful, you put a foot up their fucking ass and tell them, look, this is what you need to do in order for you to get what you want. And if you want something, you got to earn that shit. Like,
yeah. And it's not just here. It's not just here in America. It's everywhere. America's probably one of the worst ones for it, but it's everywhere.
Right. The Big Al's got a good point. Good point. Legalize hard drugs, and every company in the country will have 11 panel drug testing every month. Otherwise, insurance would not touch you. That's fine. Like for me, a drug test should be mandatory when you're receiving welfare, unemployment, all that. You go get your check, you get a fucking drug tested every goddamn time. It should be mandatory everywhere. You know?
Yeah, but it's not, and it's not going to be. If you, that's what I'm saying. If you lax the drug laws that we have now, the politics behind it isn't going to magically change. It's just going to get deeper, and more bureaucracy is going to be involved, and your tax money is going to go to pay for it. And believe me, just to make it clear, I'm not trying to make victims out of drug addicts or anything like that, or all this. I'm agreeing with all of you when it comes down to that. I'm just saying, promoting it, and you're promoting. If you legalize it, that's promoting it. That's exactly what that is. That's not what I'm saying is a good idea.
So I got a new question. With the cost that it would be, and it would be expensive to an extent, I believe. With the cost that it would be, should we, as a country, drug test everybody that is on welfare? If you are receiving government funds, should you be being drug tested? Who wants to open
anybody that works for the government, and anybody that receives anything from the government should be drug tested on a regular basis.
Thank you. Because you know what? I work for the government, and I used to get drug tested all the damn time. So why the fuck can somebody who picks up a welfare check can't be fucking drug tested? Why is it that and you know, this goes back even to, you know, some of the other fucking programs like food stamps. How is it that somebody who has fucking food stamps can go to a Costco and grab like fucking New York steaks, while somebody who's serving their fucking country and working can only pick up ground meat? And that's what I saw in fucking Costco. That shit pissed me the fuck off to the point that I even wrote my fucking congressman. I fucking wrote the state. I told him how much bullshit this is, you know? That's the shit that I kind of have a problem with. It's just the fucking abuse that comes with the shit. Honestly, with you, if you want fucking welfare, if you want food stamps, how about we go back to fucking government milk, dry milk, government cheese, motherfucking oats and fucking rice and beans like it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
And stop that 4,000 per kid credit up to 4 kids, where it gives you
like the audacity
paycheck every year above all these benefits is free food stamp stuff.
Another thing that really pisses me off, you remember the fucking Boston bomber? Her mom fucking complained to the state because she's on fucking food stamps, and she says that they don't provide enough fucking meals for fucking Muslims. I'm like, first of all, bitch, your fucking son just blew the shit out of fucking so many people. How the fuck are you getting any benefits? And second of all, you should not be fucking complaining. Get the fuck out of my country.
Well, here's a good idea. If we're talking about drug testing government employees, you say the military guys all get drug tested all the time. So wouldn't it make more sense that the people in DC that send the military guys all over the place get drug tested? Because Mario put on his uniform and just went out and did what he had to do. There's a politician somewhere that decided to send him there.
Oh yeah,
so, you know,
I'm right there with you, Kingpin. Drug test all those politicians and bureaucrats.
We got politicians writing all of our gun laws, writing all of our tax laws, sending our brothers and sisters and fathers and cousins and, you know, children off to these stupid wars all over the world. You know, why aren't they making sure they're sober-minded? Where is it Nancy Pelosi?
You know, with some of the laws they got to be fucking high.
Yeah.
Dude, watching Nancy Pelosi every time she looks like she's fucking high. Like, oh girl is like in some serious fucking Valium or some bullshit, bro. Like she's like, woo.
Every time I watch a Nancy Pelosi video, I get a DWI. Because her drunkenness just seeps through the internet.
Whenever I watch her, I wish I was high.
See, here's the problem too, and Bernard brought this up. That welfare is too easy to get too. Getting on there is way too freaking easy. I think the standards for that should be raised up higher too. Shouldn't be so easy to get it. You know, I was talking to one guy at work here, I don't know, about a week or so ago, and he was talking about how he had to be on it at one point in time. All they ask is that you call a few places every week. That's it. You don't have to show any proof of anything, you know, to get this stuff. I'm sorry, that's not doing any work to actually force you to go get a job. You know, the whole point is you're there to sustain yourself until you can find a job.
Well, that's the point about a lot of these crazy policies. So there's people out there. The reason we have a welfare system is because some people fail. Some people tried their hardest and failed. And we don't, as a country, we decided we're not going to let that happen. If you worked your butt off and failed for whatever reason, you broke a leg, your cow died, your truck got hit by a spaceship, you know, whatever, we'll be there to help you out temporarily until you can get back on your feet. What we've allowed is everybody and their brother to hop on it. Now there's actual people that need help, that have a hard time getting it, because that's how it usually works. God forbid, Alan, you know, the aliens abducted his house and he's standing there all by himself in his boxer shorts and he needs some help. It's going to be almost impossible for a guy like Alan to get welfare when any, you know, 25-year-old loser with blue hair could walk in and get welfare.
Yep. Big Al's right. Safety net versus safe place. Absolutely. That's what the welfare should be. It should be safety net. But you know what? Yep. I don't think the welfare should be handed out. You should work for it anyway. You should, you know, in order to receive the welfare, unless it's, you know, okay, medical, whatever. I mean, certain distances. But a lot of people are able to work no matter what. So do community service or some shit like that in order to receive the welfare. You know, work for the town.
Yeah. Well, like for example, I don't know where it was where you were at, but like back home for me, if I had to go, we call it the dole back home. But if I was on the dole, when you go in there, they give you places to go. You have to go contact them. You have to talk to them. You have to go try and get an interview. They force you to do it. It has to be done that way, and it works that way. There's flaws in that system too, but it works a little bit better.
Just think about how much more beneficial it could be if you've got X amount of dollars in your welfare fund, and 1,000 people need that or claim that they need it. We'll say they're getting a small little chunk of that original pie. If you cut it down to only the people that need it, now you still got this big old piece of pie that only 100 people are taking a bite of. So that'll allow those people to get back on their feet that much better. That's, if that's what the thing is, that we care about the weak and we care about the downtrodden and we care about the poor, then why not let the real actual poor and needy get more money to a bunch of people that don't need it?
Do it the way they used to do it. If you lost your job, you go to the unemployment office and file for unemployment, and where you actually had to show them where you went out and looked for a job. I mean, that would get rid of the people that just want to go in there and live off the system, because now we have generations of people that live on.
I watched that. I think it was in Cinderella Man. That was like way back in the day, bro. Damn.
And it
Well,
boils
yeah,
down back
you
to
had
the
to
same thing.
actually
There's some
provide
limits.
contacts. The people that you actually contacted, the phone number where they could be contacted, and they actually did auditing of those systems. There was a live person that would call that person on that phone number and ask if you had actually even been there. But as for unemployment, it may not work that way anymore, but just living on welfare. There's no reason why you should have to live on welfare for an extended period of time. There should be a certain minuscule time limit. It should be a lot shorter than what it is. I hear of people that have lived on welfare for years. It's like, are you kidding me? You didn't get your ducks in a row. And so it's been a drain on our society because you want to sit around, smoke pot, and play Call of Duty on your TV.
Okay, women in the projects, bro, this is what they do. They get about 3 or 4 fucking kids from different baby daddies, right? And they go out there and say, well, I can't find a dad. I can't work because I got to take care of all these kids and blah, 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 and all this shit. And here comes the state. Okay, here you go. Here's your fucking money. And I'm like, and then you see them, they're driving like really nice cars. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, this is some bullshit, man. Like if you really want to get down to it, let's just say, Trump gets elected again, right? And he puts like some serious fucking welfare reform to the point that he wants people to be checked and all kinds of shit. You'll see motherfuckers rioting like there's no tomorrow, man, because they're like, there goes my check. Fuck that. I'm going to fight for that shit.
Yeah, problem is he can't do that. Those laws need to go by Congress, and Congress is not going to do freaking shit because they rely on those votes. That's the problem. That's how they dumb it down to America.
Yes, but
until we have a term limits, until we have a term limits, nothing. There's no major changes going to happen. We need the term limits for every fucking office.
I think you're wrong on that, because there's a lot of House of Representatives that are up for election this upcoming time, and if, for instance, something changes, we have complete Republican fucking rule of both Congress and the president. I mean, who's to say we can't do that?
Mario, the Democrats' voting base, the majority of it is low income that are on welfare.
Yep.
Well, that's one of the things too.
Here's my thing. I am so fucking sick of the Democratic Party, because they exploit people. What the fuck did they do with the blacks? They exploited every fucking chance they get. Why is it that when a black person fucking gets beat up by the fucking cops, there's fucking nationwide fucking news? But if a teacher gets beat up by somebody else, a black guy, or a black guy kills a soldier, nobody said shit. Why the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking kind of problem that I have with all this shit. And it fucking pisses me the fuck off because it's so much bullshit. And then the media drives this shit to the point that, oh yeah, the black men are getting fucked over and all this and that. Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Brown people get fucked over too. We get pulled over to the cops just like everybody else does. We get all the same shit that the black people do. But do you see us fucking bitch and complain like they do? Fuck no, we don't. We don't. And I'm not saying all black people are like that, but what I'm saying is that I am so sick and fucking tired of playing the victimization game with the black community when we all know everybody gets fucked in this country. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of this shit.
It's the soft bigotry of low expectations. That's basically the point that I was going to make before you said that. I can remember a time at least thinking and thinking about like what's on TV and how my father or my grandfather would react if they lost their job and had to go to the welfare office. The shame that they would feel. We've removed that aura of shame and almost made it a proud thing. It's nothing, just like all this other, it's the moral decay is what's happening here. And a lot of people don't want to look at that way because, you know, they don't believe in God or they don't want to talk religion or whatever. And it's neither one. It's the reality of things is there's a moral decay. And the less and less morality that we promote and uphold, the worse this is going to be. That's why it's fun. It's cool. It's hip. There's nothing wrong with it. I love it. I want to be on welfare forever. When any of us, I mean, we're all roughly the same age. I'm sure that we're all roughly the same mindset. Your fathers would have been ashamed to have to stand in front of the welfare office to feed his kids.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was absolutely no way. I was doing anything and everything that I could do. If I, you know, I lose my job and the house is still my rent's not getting paid, my electricity's not getting paid, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna go out and mow lawns. I'm gonna wash neighbors' cars. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go out and find some kind of work. If I have to go into a welfare office, that's just pathetic in my generation. Even that now it's, yeah, I'm going to go down to the welfare office because I need paid. I ain't done shit, but I need paid. So I'm going to just go down, fill out my papers, and they better give me a check today. No, they don't. They don't need to do that. And we need to get more away from that. And the problem is the left would be like, oh, well, they don't care that you're poor and that you're not going to be able to survive. Yeah, we do. We absolutely care that we want you to survive. Figure out how to do it and make it happen. I mean, they've robbed from Social Security so much that Social Security won't be around when I'm of age. It's not going to happen. And I paid into it my entire life.
Have you noticed that the current job market, there's hardly anybody that knows how to do any manual labor jobs? You know, it seems to me like everybody only knows to, you know, go to college and get a degree, but nobody has any licenses to, you know, become a mechanic or whatever, or a contractor or shit like that. And there's a scarce when it comes to that kind of shit. Because we tell our kids just to go to college and that's the way to go. But we have forgotten that, yeah, we need people that fucking knows how to fix ACs and know how to fix cars and shit like that. And then you get pissed because illegals do it. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I mean, somebody's got to do the shit, you know?
I want to touch on what King,
right thing, but what I'm saying is that we need to have a balance of education, you know? We need to make sure that we have motherfuckers that have some sort of vocational training.
Go ahead, Dave.
I want to touch on, I mean, what Kingpin's touched on, what a couple of people in the side chat have touched on. They took morals and God out of our schools back in the 70s when I was in 3rd grade. Okay? And now they've taken, I mean, the churches used to run charity. You had churches in every community. If someone was on hard times, they could go to the church and the church would help them out. The church would screen out the people who just wanted to freeload and live off the system and be gone. But now the government's taken it over. We've seen how that is now and the whole total mess it is. And you got generations that are living free, and it's just to promote a Democrat party because that's a big voter block for them. It's insane. We, anybody that, go, whatever your religion is, whatever your faith is got to be able to not be afraid to speak up and promote morality. I mean, I'm not telling everybody to go out there and Bible bash somebody over the head with it, but just go out there and live the best example that you can. And that way, and let's just get morality, get God back into our lives and our kids' lives. Because if you don't do that, well, here you are, where we're at now.
Hallelujah.
The thing too about that is I believe in God, and that's pretty evident, and we can talk about that whenever anybody wants to. But if you don't, there's one thing that, if you want to call it, I hate to use the term, but just to say it, religious people and non-religious people, the thing that they have in common is humanity. And that's what you got when Daniel uses the word morals and morality. You can't just turn it off because you're hearing religious words coming out of his mouth, because they're not religious words. They're human words. Every human has it goes back to what I was talking about with civilization. We as human beings all have this in us. All of us have this in us. The know between right and wrong difference. That's where, if you don't believe in God, where'd the laws come from? If you don't believe in God, then why is murder illegal? What's wrong? What makes it wrong? If you don't believe in God, what makes it wrong is your humanity. So that's if you don't want to put a God to it, just put your humanity to it. And all this kind of craziness that they're trying to push on us is anti-humanity.
Well, a lot of states have legalized murder. I mean, abortion as the kid's being born, the head's crowning, or if it's a failed abortion and the child's born alive, they can still kill the child. And now you got governments pushing for, if you just want to die, they go in and have an assisted death by a doctor. I mean,
you know what? There's something that CZ Fangirl put on the side chat that makes complete sense. And this is something that I saw in Kuwait, out of all places. Kuwait pretty much imports all their workers because none of their lazy ass fucking people want to work. And I know that Canada's in the same issue. So pretty interesting how the cycle of bullshit goes around the world.
Yep, absolutely. Alan, you want to go through the room? It's been almost an hour.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's been hopping over there. It's starting off with P2E. Good to see you. Armament and Axis, Bearded CB82, Big Al, CZ Fangirl, Edward Petty, Firearms 101, the illustrious Fresh Fowler, the once great Fuzz Fork 8, Idaho Rogers USMC, Jason Stewart, Kingpin here in the room, New York Outcast. I don't know why the chat's jumping around. Pistol Pete, good old Rich White, the Poor Conservative, Uncle Jim, Vanessa Kitty, Blue Healer 260 out there. Good to see Blue out there. Used to be a staple in with the great great Mohawked one himself. Dead Horse also out there. Good to see Dead Horse always. Willie Bullet Man also jumping in with us. Squatch Reloading still out there. Floyd Hicks out there. Yep, it's hopping out there.
Awesome, good deal. Hey Val, you want to talk about the GoFundMe and where we're at and how it's going so
Oh
far?
yeah, I kind of touched on that the video I released today, but yeah, we so basically where we at right now. Okay, so we're back to square one. The $100 will give you an option to win this beautiful 1911 that I'm not touching. Also, you're gonna get this beautiful leather holster to go with it, donated by the Crazy Scotsman. You're also gonna get not 5, but currently 700 rounds of 45 ACP. For $50, you're gonna get a chance to win a AR-15 9mm upper, complete with a BCG. And for measly $20, you get a chance to win an Oakley Tombstone safety glasses with the 3 different lenses, a nice set as well. So all in all, there's something for everybody.
Awesome. Good
And
deal.
and right now, let's see, let me check it out. Right now, we actually almost halfway to the goal. We're at $4,145. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody that donated. Like I said, $100 is a lot of money for some people. I understand that. You know, that's why for $20 you still get a chance to win a nice prize. So I wish I can give prize to everybody, but you know, it is what it is. We Monica's mother's coming on Saturday. It was quite a quest to make that happen with all the regulation with the COVID right now. So, but no, she's coming. So hopefully that's gonna be a little boost in the morale for her as well.
Absolutely. Awesome, man. If you guys didn't see, we also have, and I posted the video in the side chat a few times, there's another giveaway going on right now. Squatch Reloading partnered up with Inline Fabrication and got a giveaway going on to help with Justin's final mission. So jump over, check that out when the chat's over. So Daniel, you went
Yes.
and did you did your challenge yesterday for
Yes,
CZ
yes, I did.
Fangirl. You want to touch on that a little bit? Give him a little bit of a teaser.
Well, I've tried to send. I went and uploaded as a unlisted video so far, and just I'm going to get that link to her. I tried it once, but it wants some weird studio thing. So CZ Fangirl, I'm going to get that sent to you, and Firearms 101, and yes, we took a real timer. I mean, one of these they use. I guess they use them in competitions because it was a Scotsman, so it's got to be right. And why is I'm the only one that's in black and white on the panel?
That's your
Not
camera.
in
You're just that old.
Low budget.
I'm living in the 50s. Okay.
You're just that old.
You got a Zenith TV, bro. That's how old your ass is.
But but you know what?
Wipe the smoke off the screen of your TV. You'll be okay.
We went out there. Scotsman used Time Bee on it. We got the video of it. 15 yards measured with a rangefinder that was just tested by NASA rocket scientists. So we have the exact yardage. We have the exact time. And we kept track of hit versus misses. So it's there. And it will be coming out next Friday at 6 mine. So then through this October on a Friday at 6 o'clock, whenever CZ Fangirl and Firearms 101 and anybody else that wants to do it can get out there and post it at 6 o'clock. And then we'll come on like on the Georgia Shooting Connection. We'll get in the side chat and we can talk a little bit more smack. Arc on Sunday night here with you and continue the smack talk. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, Josh and I have been smack talking a little bit back and forth. Love you, man.
Hey, Josh, I'm still kind of butthurt because you call me a lazy Mexican. That's bullshit, dog.
Well,
Yeah, you're lazy Guatemalan.
I
Yeah,
Just get your
Guatemalan.
facts straight.
He's fucking
Yeah, he's a lazy Guatemalan.
Calm down, bro. You know, it's that fucking third grade education you got in Texas.
Well, now I want to know something. You've been posing as a Mexican immigrant, but you told us tonight your dad's in Guatemala, so you're Guatemalan,
Yeah.
not
I've
Mexican.
been fucking telling you, dumbasses, I was born in Guatemala, but you guys don't get it. You're like, oh, it's probably south of Mexico.
Everyone knows.
Hey,
you're
listen.
Mexican. Shut up.
Y'all motherfuckers are just geographically times. It's all good. I still love you, though. No homo.
Hey, Mario, listen. You do not have to go apply for unemployment. All you have to do is stand next to your brothers in front of Home Depot, and you'll get a job.
You know,
I was
I
gonna
can
say,
supervise, bro. That's what I
Isn't Guatemala a city in Mexico?
Money and shit. Hey, puto, get over there.
I was gonna say, I
Guatemala.
was gonna ask you. See, now here's a question for you. This is a true test right here. Would you stand in front of a Home Depot?
When do I stand?
Would you stand in front of a Home Depot for a job?
Would I stand at Home Depot? If I make a YouTube video, yeah, and I put a shirt that says, I love white people.
Mexican.
Now, well, Mario, he won't stand there, but he'll drive over there and go, "Yo, I need my yard mowed. Who's ready to make $2?"
Oh, man. Y'all
No, he'd become a pimp to those Mexicans. Whenever somebody comes in looking for just come to the window, $250 a day.
Yeah. Y'all some cheap whores. Fuck y'all. Oh, man. But, oh, you know what? I forgot to show you guys.
Hey, listen,
I got a
I shoveled the.
from Daddy Trump. Look at that shit. And they gave me this here too. This is a letter from the Secretary of the Army, the fucking Sergeant Major of the Army, and the Chief of Staff. That was more gooder.
That's phenomenal. Does it say, thank God we're finally rid of you? Or
But yeah, it says, thank God. Now here's your pension check. Get the fuck out, biatch. You still gotta pay me, motherfuckers.
The headline says, "Don't call us, we'll call you."
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a great slogan. I like that. I like that a lot. So on the lighter note, let's talk about something that's not so controversial. Do we have anything?
Yeah, Mario.
okay, 9mm versus 45 ACP. No.
Mario, pull out your challenge coin. Let's see it right now. You can't
Pull
look.
up my what?
Challenge coin. I'm challenging you. Challenge coin.
You bitch! I don't have it with me right now.
Oh.
He's in his house.
Oh, see, you planned that shit. You
Always
bitch.
have one.
No, I always
Okay,
carry
I owe
it
you
in my
one, Dick.
wallet.
I owe you one. Fucker. I'm gonna send you those MRE
Hey,
crackers
Brother
now.
Thomas says 9mm all the way.
Oh shit.
I love 9mm because I used to be able to shoot it so cheap. Well, I still can because I cast and reload my own.
So, question: How is everybody looking on primers? You guys been able to find any?
I get 5-gallon buckets of
Hang on,
2 or 3 times a week.
Well,
Let me go
professional
check. Let me
amateur
go check.
orders
Hang
it.
on.
Yeah.
All right, whoa. Everyone's talking over each other, one at a frickin' time.
As it goes for a small pistol primer, I'm sitting at about 1200, 1250, something like that right now. Not that much,
All right,
in
so
my opinion. Not that much.
okay, so I got a few over here.
Like a welfare recipient, fool.
I got a few cases over here.
Holy shit.
I got a few cases over here.
God.
So yeah, I'm good.
He
Fuck,
orders them by the pallet.
You know, I got my biggest issue with the bullet. I'm good.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
Yeah. Yeah, I got about 5,000 or 6,000.
I said my
small
biggest
pistol
issue-
primers.
What you said, buddy?
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, I'm a rookie, and I admit it, but I started buying extra back in the Obama era. That way I always know that I just have enough to shoot in my backyard. Like I probably got about 5,000 or 6,000 small
Yeah.
rifle.
So nice.
And-
You can shoot in your backyard. Like
Yeah.
I envy you and like Uncle Jim. Like, damn, I hate you, motherfuckers. Like you guys can go out in the backyard and just shoot, and I'm like, damn, I wish I had that.
Well, move to a free state.
Professional amateur is just down the street from his range. So
If his wife
Hey,
wasn't
Mario,
home,
isn't
he could
isn't that-
turn around, open the window, and shoot there.
Oh,
Hey,
I've done
Mario,
it.
isn't there shooting in your hood?
huh? No, dude, I live in freaking Cityville, bro. It's like, no, I live in the concrete jungle. I need to get the fuck out of this, dude. Need to get to a place where
Hey,
I have
Mario,
at least
isn't there
Unfortunately,
you're shooting
It
like a couple
appears
blocks away
that-
every other day, wherever you live?
No, unfortunately, no, man. I have to drive about 30 minutes just to get to a place to shoot.
Mario, he's saying, isn't there shootings in your area? Not
Is
you.
there shooting? No, I live in a nice side of town. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Well, just go to the other end of the town. That's
I
all.
don't
And you
live
get
in
to
the east
shoot.
side of Bakersfield. I'm good. So, yeah.
yeah, Mario definitely doesn't live in the Vadio.
No, I don't. I'm bougie now. I'm like, oh, I totally like Shaw. I am like totally refined now. I'm like, God.
You wear that blonde wig around the house a lot, don't you?
Jason, that's all right, bro. I'm gonna let you be on that one, bro. Tell you. Anyways,
No, still
What's
ammo
everybody wanna do
primers
in Ohio?
are also.
Up in Ohio. You guys got shitty weather over there. The humidity is horrible. Why would I want to move to Ohio?
Being a free state. Alan, go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The guy
I
that-
was still
the
very,
guy that
very
has a
thin on
gravel
ammo,
instead of a
very,
law.
very thin on primers. Haven't been able to come up with primers for hardly anything. Other than if you're lucky, you come across Magnum primers, but other than that, it's still pretty damn thin for primers. You know, I understand. Okay, we've got 5 million new gun owners, still dealing with the pandemic stuff, and so manufacturers are pumping out as much as they possibly can. They're operating 24/7, but they also had, pandemic with supplies as well. And so raw materials was one of those things, and that started to come back. But even in the transportation industry, I can tell you the prices are still like near through the roof on moving stuff around the country. And so to obtain the raw materials at a port and then bring them inland is still very expensive.
Dude, did you read some shit from Federal? Because you sound just like them. Just saying. Oh man, no, I get you, bro. I'm just messing with you. I just thought, how's everybody doing with primers? Because I know Willie Bullet, man. That boy's always hurting. That boy's always hurting for primers, man. I always see complain. So, but good stuff. So, what do you guys got going on this week?
Well, out in the side chat, it looks like Is Your Six Covered came up with a little bit of tight group and a little bit of CFE 223. Hopefully the boys got primers and make all that happen.
Yeah, primers are a tough one. The local store we go to, usually they just went up over $10 a box. which is ridiculous. But they didn't have anything yesterday when I went there.
I'm pretty sure if he's a 6 covered, can't find primers. I'm pretty sure if Rick
Scott.
can find primers, the X-Ray will have him covered.
I just make sure when I go to look for primers, I go the day after they get their truck in, their supply. And 3 out of 4 times they'll have at least 5 or 6 boxes of 1,000, and I can get a hold of a box. For all the small time people like me.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
learning.
sorry, folks. My wife called, so
I'm learning too, bro. Trust me. I'm gonna learn.
So Mario, you're doing a little bit more casting now.
Yeah. I did some 380, some 9mm, and I'm gonna start doing some 358 that the professional amateur sent me to die. So yeah, I'm working away, man. Just I haven't gotten a chance to go to the range. Maybe tomorrow I'll get a chance to go to the range and go shoot. I gotta go test a bunch of loads, just make sure that they're all working correctly. And you know, I mean, to be honest with you guys, every time I go to the range and I shoot one of my reloads, I always learn something that I did wrong or something new. And like I've learned a lot from a lot of you guys that take notes. That makes complete sense, you know, to ensure that you're doing what you need to be doing. I think I saw a video of Squad showing his little book where he's got a bunch of notes and stuff. And I know a lot of the other reloaders do the same thing, you know. But it's interesting because, I mean, you always learn something new every time you do some reloads and then you go out there and test them. But it's an interesting thing. You always learn something. It seems to me like reloading, it's like you never stop learning in that kind of capacity.
Now, you said 9mm and you said 380, and that's makes perfect sense. Then you said 385. Now I've heard the casting guys use those terms. 386, 215, 19. What does that mean?
It's the diameter of the bullet, bro.
Yeah, the diameter of the bullet, and you can go up 1,000th or down 1,000. So to kind of gear it to your own gun, whichever shoots better.
So that's basically just you cast a 9mm, and then to make it fit a little bit better, you get a 385 or a 326 or something like that. Like you go up and down from the millimeter.
No, every caliber has their own diameter.
Yeah, it's got its own diameter, Mario, but say my 9mm will shoot one that's 1,000th, either tighter or bigger. So the whatever you cast it in, whatever thingy, you might get a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. And the mold, and and then for sizing, you want to size it to that size.
Okay, now that's starting to make sense. Okay.
It's a good thing you're not the professors, because we just confused the shit out of him. Okay, Kingpin, it's simple. 9mm in general is 0.356. When you cast them, depending on the mold, usually cast bullets are going to be bigger. They're going to be anywhere from 357 to 358. Depending on your own gun, usually CZs, for example, they have a looser barrels. So the actual barrel, if you would take a micrometer and measure, it will be, let's say, 357. If it's 357, then you want the cast bullets to be at least 1,000 over, so you want it to be a 358. Okay, so that's when you cast the bullet, they're usually bigger, and then you take the die and you squeeze it through the die and you size it to whatever you need.
Okay, that makes sense now. Thank you, guys.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but you said it like, oh my fucking god.
But he said it like, get on the chopper, cool.
Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah, you know what? We shot the competition on Saturday, and there was this older couple. They were like in their 60s, shooting open, and lady was trying to beat her husband. Right? They were not like a great shots, fast shots, but they were like cool, right? So I come to her and I said, look, if you want to beat your husband, and I was the one running the Nook. You know, Nook's like a little iPad that you put all the scores in. So I tell her, like, listen, if you want to beat your husband, you have to talk to me. I'm the one who puts the numbers in the Nook, right? She's like, oh, I love you so much. And then she says, you sound exactly like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, but you don't look like him.
Listen, you short stubby fuck. I sure as hell got closer to him than you do. You know, you look like Nacho Libre.
Yes.
Okay. I think he looks like Spanky from the Little Rascals, really.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
No, Mario, you.
Okay. As long
So-
as me.
So Battle Bean is now retired. So I think Battle Bean and our little Mexican needs to go up against the Russian in a challenge. What do you guys think?
Nah.
Nah,
You
man.
can't
What the fuck
challenge
you look like? Fucking Rocky Balboa. Adrian. Hey, Maria. What the fuck you want me to do? I don't get it.
What
What's gonna challenge me? Mowing the lawn?
That's what I was thinking. Lawn mowing.
Fucking, hey, the Landscaper Olympics.
Oh, we can do hole digging.
Oh, yeah. I
Digging
I got to be there because I got.
No, fuck no.
I got.
Spanish. I can tell the motherfuckers to go faster.
No, I have an excavator, so fuck you.
Oh, look at you. You're bougie.
Well,
Yeah,
let's hear
you
your
ain't
side
kidding.
chat. What you guys want to see? Challenge between Bald and Curious and the Battle Bean.
Oh, yeah. Fucking landscaping Olympics and shit.
I don't know. I think old Bald can take you on that because I've seen his backyard.
Well,
He's got some beautiful
I have
stuff.
my gardener, so I don't have a lawnmower. So just saying.
Yeah,
So
my
he's got
my
that,
back is for my wife.
Bald, that water feature you built in your backyard, do you have like a sump pump down in the bottom of that brings it up top and just circulates the water? Or
I hate to say it, but I didn't build it. My wife designed it, and a friend of mine built it. Yeah, but yeah, there's a little pump. There's a little pump, and there's a little pump that sucks the water and the hose underneath the rocks, and then it just circulates all the way around. And in the summer when it's nice, we have like the lights underneath, so at night it lights up different colors.
You got any koi fish in that thing?
Oh yeah, a bunch of fishes. We even had a turtle laying eggs, so we had to get rid of because a bunch of little turtles, and the wife didn't want it.
You have to get
Yeah,
rid
we
of
got
what?
it all.
Ooh, there's a challenge right there. I like that.
What? Oh, you a dick, what, fucking G23. Motherfucker. Reciting the Constitution. You know how long that shit is?
I say they both stand out in front of Home Depot and see who gets a job first.
Yeah, well, you know what? The only time I go in front of a Home Depot is to pick up Mario and his kind.
No, you know what? He'll show some ass and you'll get it faster.
I think maybe both of
There
you
you
should
go.
stand in front of Walmart, reading the Constitution, have it videoed, and see who gets the most reactions within 3 minutes.
Yeah, somebody
Ooh.
probably kicked my ass because I live in liberal country.
That's what would make it funny.
Yeah. Let me explain you something.
Mario would have some Karen all up in his face.
This is how much. This is how many day laborers I pick up. Okay, Thursday and Friday, I had a Mexican on the excavator putting dirt into the basement of the house I'm building, and I was the fucking guy shoveling that shit around, and he's yelling at me from the excavator, "Shovel faster, you damn Mexican!"
I wish I could have seen that shit.
I kid you not. I told him, you better shut the fuck up because I have a gun in the car. You're going to get shot.
He said, well, that's your problem. I got the gun on me.
I wish I could have
Yeah.
seen that shit. That must have been hilarious.
No, it's just, I was the laborer. The shit had to be done. And it was like, I'm not going to go to Home Depot, argue with a guy that barely speaks fucking English, and he wants $200 a day. And meantime, it's 10 o'clock already. Fuck you. I'll do the shit myself. I mean, those Mexicans around here, they got bougie. They want a lot of money. You got to buy them lunch. You got to drive them here, drive them there. Fuck.
Because
it's been a long time,
bro. That's what happens. Give too much, motherfuckers expect.
Well, fuck them. I'll do it myself. I'm not afraid of a shovel.
Fresh Fowler's comment right there. That's a good challenge.
Yeah, you're both in commie states, so go for it. I like that one.
Yeah, but problem is I'm 6'3" and 240 pounds. Mario is fucking, he can barely see over the sheet of sheetrock. So
yeah,
you know what?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like, seriously.
Yeah, that's no fair. I wear my Trump hats all the time. Nobody ever once told me bad thing.
Who's going to give a Guatemalan any crap? You know, I mean,
Guatemala. There's a shitload of here.
No one's going to give him crap. I mean, he can just say, "Don't mess with me, man. I'm Colombian. I'll give you a necktie."
I thought Mario was.
Well, from my dad's side, I am Colombian, so same.
Go ahead, Kingpin.
I thought Mario was Cuban.
Okay, fuck you now. Kiss my ass. Do not compare me to the tropical beaners, okay? It's no bueno.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. You can stand in front of the Home Depot with a sign, build a wall. See how many Mexicans will beat you up.
Yeah.
There's a challenge right there. Who can come up with the most jokes about each other and pick
the most jokes?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that motherfucker's just screaming to make fun of.
Yeah, let's rip on each other.
Who would want to roast each other? That is just not right, Scotsman. That's wrong.
Thank you. Come again, Rush. Josh, ignorant fuck. Hey, G23, don't go there, bro. Don't go there. Go there. Oh, your mama jokes. That's just good. I like it. That would be a fun fucking challenge.
All right, there you go. You got 5 minutes. Make a video 5 minutes long, no longer than that. As many your mama jokes as you can do.
5 minutes? Holy shit.
That's kind of long. Do 3 minutes.
3 minutes? All right, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, your mama jokes. Oh shit.
Yeah, but
you can do in 3 minutes.
Yeah, but no. It's got to be racially correct. He's gonna make fun of white mamas. I'll make a fun of freaking brown mamas.
There you go.
And that's not fair because I'll just copy Fluffy. You know the guy Fluffy, that comedian.
Seriously, dude. All right, go ahead.
What's
You
his name?
do that. You do that.
I predict the future. Mario's video will come out and be funny. Val's video will get banned by YouTube for hate.
That's fucked up. Oh man, you'll get a hit, bro.
Hey, Mario, you know that guy Gabriel Iglesias?
Yes, I am quite
comedian
aware of Fluffy Man. Yes.
Yeah, Fluffy Man. There you go. So you'll be easy. I'll just copy all his jokes.
Fluffy. Yeah, man. Good times.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah.
No, your mama jokes were definitely my generation, and I absolutely despised them when I was growing up because that was the one person in my family you didn't make fun of.
That shit was crazy. I don't know. I don't want to get to the point I kind of piss off fucking.
Hey, well,
he's my boy.
Mario, I'm really worried about you and everything, getting through this whole retirement transition. And I want you to go over to Allen B. Pros, so he can give you employment coaching, okay, because he is very well qualified. What you do is he's going to put you in a tutu. He's going to teach you how to pole dance, and you can be a male stripper and just be fabulous.
Hey, bro, I didn't go to the Navy, bro. I was in the Army. Come on now. We don't do that shit.
I will keep in mind, that you've tore up your back and your knees over the years. but you know, there's a lot of moves that you can still maybe do.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna look like that fucking stripper in the movie The Proposal. You guys remember that shit? You guys ever seen that movie? If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. You'll laugh your ass off.
I tend to not watch crappy movies if I can.
Mario be known to change his name to Deuce Mario.
Deuce
Male
Mario.
Gigolo.
Hey man, at least learn how to spell, fucker. Hey, what? Fucking Navy guy.
Hey, he's trying. Give him a break.
All right, hey, HMR, calm the fuck down. You went there a little too far, bro. Just saying. Oh man, but yeah.
Ergun says he's gonna get a 5,000 small rifle primers, 5,000 pistol when they come back in stock. Those are rookie numbers. That's why you don't have any primers. When you buy primers, you buy them in tens of thousands. Then you don't have to worry about.
When you buy your primer, how much did you buy? Did you buy like a whole case?
I bought 50,000.
He buys them by the pallet.
No, we found a good deal. Me and a friend, we found a good deal. So we bought like 50,000. We split it. And 6 months later, he got out of shooting and reloading. So I bought his stash.
Oh. Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would get out of reloading, but I mean, everybody's got different priorities.
This is what you do. I walked in the store and they had a small pistol primers. So I bought every single box they had. I walked out with like 12,000. That's why I said, when you buy the stuff, you buy them in the tens of thousands. Then you don't have to worry. And then when I get down to about 30,000 primers, I start freaking out.
Freaking out at 30,000 primers. Good God, you have it rough.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to understand I also shoot a lot. I mean, I haven't shot that much this year.
Yeah, and so
I generally go to 20,000 rounds a year at least.
So
like
do you still cast, bud, or are you just buying your bullets now? What do you work?
I just buy the bullets. I cash when I'm broke, and when I'm broke, then I cash. But right now, I just bought a bunch of bullets, so I'm good.
30,000 primers sounds like he's kind of anti-2A, if you're asking me. I mean, just saying.
Seems to me like he watched fucking that National Geographic's Pepper Show.
When you shoot
Talking
so
to me?
much,
I'm preparing for the end of the world. You ever seen those motherfuckers?
No,
he shoots competition. That's his practice ammo. That's the only way you can afford to practice.
Yeah, you have to understand. When I go practice, I go through 400 rounds easy. And sometimes I go 2-3 times a week.
Bob the Builder. Yes, we can.
Yeah, your mama's so fat when she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
That was whack.
Yeah.
Your mama's butt's so big it covers 3 zip codes.
Your mama's so fat.
Don't spoil it. Save them for the challenge.
Okay.
You know what I told his mama this morning? Get out of bed and make me some breakfast.
Oh man. But yeah, man, I'm I don't know. How the hell did you do it, man? Daniel, how the hell did you do it?
How did I tell your mom to get out of bed and make a breakfast?
No. I'm being serious here. Like, how did you get out of the Navy and start finding a job? That's fucking nuts.
I got home. I walked to a machine shop. I said, here I am. And they hired me. And 3 months later, I said, screw you. And I went to another place. And then I went to a factory. And I worked there 2.5 years until I got laid off. And the day after I got laid off, I went to a parts store because I got tired of tearing up my body. And I just said, I want a brain dead job. And they made me a parts delivery driver. And all I had to do is drink coffee drive around a car and talk to mechanics all day, just bringing them their parts, having fun.
Man, Mario, why do you want a job?
Because I get bored.
Don't you get a hobby?
Well,
Dude, I have a hobby,
what are you good at?
and I don't. It's getting boring, man. I like want to do something else.
Just get something
Wow,
that's
what are
going
you
to
good
keep
at?
you socially active.
What are you good
enjoy.
at?
I'm good at pointing at people. Hey, get that shit done, fucker.
Yeah, don't do
basically-
something
so
that you're good
basically-
at, man. Do something.
All right, so basically you're looking for the management.
Yeah, management job, like operations. Because I mean, that's all I ever did was just operations and payroll and fucking human resources. That's the shit that I did.
Then you got to have
You
a degree.
you got golf.
Huh?
Oh,
You need the
Well,
business
no, not
management degree.
not necessarily. You got any golf courses over there?
Golf courses? Yeah, there's a shitload.
Yeah. Well, I would start. Honestly, I would start
I'm
there.
gonna be a caddy and shit. I'm not carrying nobody's shit.
You got- No. You'd be surprised how many managers, how many people out there taking care of shit. You know, you might have to do some work, but you're gonna get to manage people as well.
How long
This
did you spend
motherfucker
in the
said,
military?
"In-N-Out Burger, get the fuck out of here, Beardy."
How long did you spend in the military?
20.
20 years. So you just worked at one job for 20 years, and all you can think about is getting another job now?
Yeah.
No, nah. If you don't need a job, find the gas station down the street, work there 3 days a week, ringing up people's gas, and then enjoy yourself, man.
Decompress.
It's kind of hard for me, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly.
because you're fresh.
Yeah,
You're used to getting up every day.
No, hear me out. I would get to work and there was 150 emails on my fucking inbox every fucking day. It was crazy. I had like all kinds of shit going on. And I guess to me, the point is, you know, I mean, I had fucking X amount of people I had in charge. And then when you don't have that, you're like, what the fuck am I good for? Just sitting here on my ass.
Well, tell you what. You know what? You speak Mexican. Open the landscaping business.
Fuck.
Listen,
Okay.
open the landscaping business. You hire a couple of wetbacks and you're just gonna point. Hey, mow the lawn. Do this.
There's good money in that. My
Black
brother-in-law
people
does it.
are fucking doing landscape in this bitch, bro.
You don't have to.
Well, you're not gonna be doing landscaping. You're just gonna supervise the Mexican.
I saw Jerome's fucking landscape. I'm like, what the fuck? Jerome.
Well, Mario, we heard you say it earlier tonight. You also want to be doing something where you're making a difference. That was the words that you said.
Yeah.
And so doing something that's just kind of regular or mundane isn't the card set that you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean,
I got it. Look, dude. Look, if you want to do something that makes a difference, chill out and relax Monday through Thursday. And on Friday, go visit some people. Saturday, go visit some people. Go, volunteer at a soup kitchen, hand out sandwiches, do whatever you feel like giving back is that day. And then when Monday comes around, kick your feet up on your couch and enjoy. You gotta, like Daniel said, you gotta turn it off. You've had all this on your mind for the past 20 years, and now it's not there. So instead of what are you good for, you can finally say, what was all that good for? Now I'm gonna go do my own thing, man. Enjoy yourself, dude. Don't get bogged down into another job, man. Just enjoy living your life, man. If you needed some extra cash, work at the 7-Eleven down the street, filling people's Slurpees up one day.
Go to the
Yeah, but
AutoZone and
I'm-
be a parts delivery guy.
I'm
3 days a week.
suspecting that Mario didn't make a whole lot of money in the military, so the retirement is not that great either. So probably a little cash
no,
can help too. So,
that's not the case. That's not the case.
you know,
No, that's not really the case. The case for me is having a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Then go join
you
the
know
Peace
what?
Corps.
I'll tell you the same thing I told my kid. Okay, my kid when he got his first job and when he got into college and all that, right? So we were talking, and he had like this whole we're talking like what he wants to do in the future, what he wants to be and whatnot, and he's like he was kind of disappointed because like I want to do something. I want to have like an impact on a human civilization. I want to be like I was like, you know what, dude. I mean, honestly, when I was 20, I wanted the same fucking thing. And pretty much every one of us, whenever in the 20s, we wanted to do something significant, be known, be recognized. So you had the same point, And I told him, look, you know what? You go after what you like, Hopefully, you get a job that you like, that can provide for you and your future family, and you're gonna enjoy going to work. That's kind of your goal. I mean, in the whole scheme of things, eventually that will have an impact on the humanity as well. But you got to think about yourself. So you got to be the same way. You got to find something that's going to work.
Fatness over there trying to clean your pool, girl. Because I'd be like, hey, let me show you my booty. There you go. Hey.
So I'm gonna assume that you worked for the military for 20 years, so you have a retirement and a pension. You have money still coming in from working that job. I don't want to get too personal into your finances, so that's why I'm trying to be as vague as I can. But my whole point is, I don't think that you need money. If you want to have a little bit of pocket spending change, you can go get like a part-time job somewhere like Daniel.
No, I mean, yeah, I know that.
So,
No, guys.
Think about my point is. My point is, if you want to take off Tuesday to go volunteer at the soup kitchen or go visit vets at Walter Reed or at the VA or wherever you might be at, but you got to go to work that day. I can't do it because I got to work today. You've said that for the past 20 years. Now you're free to go do whatever you want, man. If you want to volunteer somewhere here in Maryland, you can jump on a plane and go. What's stopping you? Well, I mean, your family, but other than that, you don't have some job holding you down. If you work at the local gas station or the parts store place and you want to go to California, Texas for a week, just quit that job.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's kind of hard to turn it off.
Go, Ozzy Osbourne, write the novel.
I mean, it's easy for a lot of you guys to say, "Oh yeah, do this, do that." It's kind of hard to turn that off, man. It really is.
Mario, you need, because you're going to go out there. If you try to get that management job, you think you hate civilians now. Just wait till you see what these managers have to put up with because of today's society. You can't tell somebody to get their little lazy butt to work. Oh, because now you're going to face, you're going to have to go to sensitivity training because you called somebody lazy.
Yeah, you gotta watch your words.
Never mind that. I'll tell you this. I shot a match with the two COs in a maximum security prison. That's not that far. So we're talking, and I'm like, okay, so about 90% of the population in the prison is black. Okay, so God forbid you use profanity on them. God forbid you call them N-word. It's like, forget it. They file complaint against you. That's how fucked up we are right now. And this is maximum security prison. There's no good guys over there. There's no guys over there for blue collar crimes and whatnot. I'm talking murders, rapists, like a worst scumbags of the New York State, And
you know what? I think this is what I'm gonna do. I think it's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Walmart and be like, hey, welcome to Walmart. You want a cart? Hook you up.
There you go.
Or Mario, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna look professional with my yellow vest.
Mario, my last job, I worked in a big gun store. I enjoyed the crap out of myself because the guns and stuff sold themselves. I just talked about guns and hunting all day with people and helped them with their paperwork.
Oh
yeah,
I'm the worst advisor because I never had a job in my life.
No, I mean
it's got to be absolutely maddening for you because here you are coming out of such a long career going, what am I going to do with my life? Just like a 16-year-old teenager going, what do I want to do? But you have a quite a bed of experience to work with and derive from. There's so many different opportunities out there that it's just never ending. If you wanted something that's going to be more monetarily rewarding rather than spiritually rewarding or self-fulfilling, just as an example, a very self-rewarding position that I had for a number of years was management of developmentally disabled care. And so I dealt quite a bit with personnel along with the clients, and very, very, very self-rewarding job. Not super monetary rewarding, but it produced daily challenges and daily decisions that needed to be made and had to be solid decisions. And you really had a big impact on these people's lives.
So my suggestion to you, and this is just from the outside, and Rick just is covered up there. He's retiring too, so he's kind of in the same boat. But my suggestion to you, man, because I know how you are, I get a sense of how you are. You're not going to want to take that job and then quit the one, find another one, and so on and so forth. You're going to want to be there and stay there. So my suggestion would be take a month off, man. Just relax. Take a month off, relax, and then slowly kind of look for something. Don't rush into the job. Don't rush into the first thing you find.
Mario, find something that you enjoy doing 2 or 3 days a week to get a little paycheck, to get a little side money away from mom, and that way you can spend it on what you want. But if you want to change people's lives and stuff, get into a good church that does a lot of mission work. You go and help people build houses, or go somewhere and work with kids. Be a role model. That's where you can actually affect people's lives, helping them where they live.
Because you guys think about it.
Mario, I'm just gonna throw it out there, right? How about like male stripper? Instead of going like a cop, you go in as a Army Ranger.
Yeah, I like it.
Consider this, Mario.
There you go.
Find somewhere far, far away from California. Buy a piece of property, and then spend the next 20 years of your life building your retirement home. That'll give you plenty of stuff to keep your mind on. That'll give you plenty of stuff to get motivated to. That'll give you plenty of free time to go help other people and try to make a difference in people's lives. And it'll also set you up for your future, for when your kids are retired and ready to go and do their own thing. You got a place to move away, and it's not California, and you built it out of your own 2 hands with your own time, and it was a great story the whole way.
Yeah, do what you want, build what you want, and spend the rest of your time being a dad to your kids, a husband to your wife, and you're going to have grandkids if you don't have them already.
No, I already do.
Yeah,
there you go.
You spent. I'm just gonna assume, like, I don't know, but my idea, if you've been in the military for the past 20 years, you spent the past 20 years taking care of everyone else, always thinking about everyone else, working for everyone else, protecting everyone else, fighting for everyone else. This is about you now, man.
I hate to say it, but Kingpin's got a point about the whole building thing. Actually, you know what? When I drive through the hood with the kids and the family, and we drive by, I go, yeah, I built that house. I built that house. I built that house.
Ignorant fuck. Yeah, I hear you, man.
Gosh.
No, it's just you guys are. Thank you. Come again. I just. I don't know, man. I just hate being home, not fucking doing anything. I feel like there's no purpose. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
No, but you don't have to sit at home, man. Go outside, enjoy outside, man.
No, I mean, I still go outside and do what the fuck I need to do, but I'm just saying, I just don't feel like I have a purpose in life anymore.
But that's
Listen. Come to New York. I'll give you a job, and it'll save me a trip to go pick up a Mexican at the Home Depot.
I want to go to New York.
That'll be your purpose.
Mario,
California.
Mario, this is you got to decompress. I mean, the Navy, they're terminal. As soon as you get out, you need some decompression time because that helps you get over what you're getting into right now. It's like, you know, you don't want to, it's like you're always on the go, constantly at work, filling out reports, people you got to take care of constantly. If you stay at that level, and there's a reason people in the military only live 10 years after they retire, because they don't learn to decompress. You learn to decompress and take it easy, and then get your priorities in line. Because that's what you need to learn. That's the next 6 months you got to go through. Get your priorities in line. Decompress. Take care of your wife and your kids.
Listen to New York Half-Ass Prepper. He's a former military as well. Exactly. There will be a period of adjustment.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's, you know,
sometimes there is no purpose. That's a really comfortable spot when you know that there is a purpose and you fought for it your whole life. There's plenty of times where you can take a week with no purpose whatsoever and just sit on the couch and get crumbs all over your t-shirt that you don't change for a week because you don't have to.
And after 2 weeks of that,
Okay.
get a part-time job at 2 or 3 days a week where you're socializing with people, not the boss, but actually they're socializing people. And that's where you can get stuff figured out. Hey, I want to go build a cabin, or I'm taking this 2 weeks off and I'm taking my kids and grandkids out camping somewhere, or a road trip.
Yeah. No, I get that, guys. I get that, but I guess my point is, and I understand everybody's point of view, and I get everybody in the side chat. Thank you guys, everybody, for chiming in and telling me some of the things that I should try. It's just it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's hard. I'm not like I remember back in the day, like maybe 2 years ago, when I enjoyed being home. When it was like, all right, you know, I get some time off. I get to just be home, but I fucking hate being home. I'm not used to this shit. I hate this fucking shit. This is not me, man. There's only so much I could do at home, and you're right. I need to get like some kickback part-time job where I'm not killing myself and stuff like that. But it's not that easy to turn it off. It really isn't, because you know the way I see it is, for me, it's like I'm just like everybody in like people that have been in prison for so long. You're institutionalized. You know a certain way of doing things all your times, and then all of a sudden you're done, and then you get the issues with depression, and you start thinking, well, why the fuck I need to be here, or why I need to do this, you know. I mean, obviously I'm not doing anything stupid, but you know, I mean, I'm human, and I don't know how to do that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You just said it. You just said it. You don't know how to do that yet. At some point, something's gonna pop up, and you're gonna go, you know what? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It may not be the first thing you end up trying. It may not be the third thing you end up trying, but at some point it'll click, and you'll be like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right now, guys, I really, if I really wanted to, I can become an ROTC instructor, and I have a guaranteed job right now, if I really wanted.
That's
But
not
I'm
a bad
hesitant.
idea, actually.
No, hear me out. I'm hesitant. The reason why, because I'm dealing with liberal ass fucking teachers, I'm dealing with their parents, and I'm dealing with kids that have shitty attitudes. And I really
Yeah,
want.
but you know what? Yeah, well, that's like same shit you gotta deal in army. So you dealt bad cards, and you're gonna make the best hand you can out of that.
Right. So
You
it's
know?
like, I mean, I know I can be good at that because I've done it so long, right? I know how to organize stuff and get things together. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, is that really what I want to do? I mean, like, I get it. I'll have a paycheck and this and that. But, you know, how many of those kids am I really going to make a difference for? I mean, a lot of these kids, they don't give a shit. They're just doing it just to get the fucking.
And again, man, you don't have to rush into anything. You know, take your time.
You know, I think it's a
Yeah,
simple
take your time, relax, figure it out, find yourself. Hey, listen,
when it
you can
comes to
go
kids,
to local.
and when it comes to working with kids, I mean, just be honest with them. Don't BS them, and don't let them BS you. And because it's always easier to talk to other people's kids than it is to talk to your own a lot, because they will open up to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, honestly, I've been blessed. I have three really good kids, and they turn out, to be terrific kids. 2 out of the 3 are college graduates. The baby's a sophomore in Cal State Bakersfield. So I'm very blessed. My kids have been doing really well, but like me and the wife have pushed the shit out of our kids because we always want the next generation to be better than us. We always want them to not depend on anybody or depend. I have girls, so to me, it's like, don't depend on another fucking man to take care of your ass. Take care of yourself. Do what the fuck you got to do. Get your education. Do all the shit you got to do. I've instilled that shit in my kids from day one. And thank God that they turn out great, and I'm extremely thankful for that. But it's kind of hard when it's somebody else's kids and you don't know if the advice, because it seems to me like you can give anybody advice, but how they take it, it's the issue. And with so many problems right now in the education system, it just makes me wonder, like, even if I want to get involved in this crap,
You know what I think sounds best, and I'm kind of surprised that we all missed it, is with your resume and your type of personality, I think you would be really good if you just joined the military.
Yeah.
All right.
They already
Hey, Mario, listen. I'll tell you what you do. You go to a local college. You volunteer because I'm pretty sure they have some kind of art class, and they always need models that they do all the paintings. They need somebody. You're gonna be standing there as a model. There you go.
Like it.
And you do that. You do that for the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you're
you
right,
do that
man.
for the next 2 or 3 months until you find yourself.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. No, I'm just telling you guys this because you guys are my family, man. And, I mean, it's incredibly frustrating. It really is. It really is.
It will be, man. It will be.
And listen, when everything else fails, you can always come to New York. I'll have the excavator waiting for you. You can run it. I'll let you run my excavator.
This motherfucker. I'm not gonna go see you to do fucking manual labor. What the fuck?
All right.
No. He does the manual
Hey, dude,
labor.
listen.
You run the excavator. He runs the shovel.
You sitting in the excavator doing this. That's not manual labor.
All right. We're almost at time. Alan, you want to run through the side chat one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot of good people out there, even some that have just come back, like Mad Sexy, AR Guns 1776, Armament and Axes, Backwoods Law, Andy 79 Z28 still out there, Fresh Fowler, Gunpowder Beauty, Idaho Rogers USMC, R4 Mississippi Thunder, Warsaw out there with his woodworking channel, Willie Bullet Man. Yeah, it's the list is going on and on. It's been very, very good out there tonight. Lots of positive stuff here out on the side.
All right, we'll start going through the room. We'll start with our own Battle Bean. Go ahead, bro.
Oh shit! Is that time already?
Yeah, bro. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work.
Want to give a shout out to everybody in the side chat. Thanks, man, and appreciate all the crazy suggestions y'all expect me to do. Much love. Thanks to the panel. You guys are awesome, and yeah, man, I'm just enjoying life, and like you guys all say, but just trying to find a purpose in it, man. But thanks everybody for your input, and I appreciate the time.
Awesome. Always good to have you, man. Kingpin.
Have a good night, everybody. And as far as Mario goes, go get a job, hippie.
Bald and Curious has disappeared. Daniel?
Well, hey, thanks for having me on. And Bald and Curious, professional amateur, just got back, so I'm going to turn it back down over to him.
Yeah, that was fast. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for actually thank you for the good night. I mean, with all the things going on in my life right now, this was like exactly what I needed. Kind of put my mind at ease. Retired U.S. Army, I wish you all the best, brother. Okay, if you need anything, just call. And I just sent you a video. The excavator is waiting for you.
All right, we had an awesome chat tonight. Good people out there in the side chat as always. Battle Bean, you all know we're here for you, bro. We'll help you wherever you need it. You know, call us anytime. Don't sit there and mope to yourself, whatever. You know, we're all here for you, bro. With that being said, we'll turn it over to Alan to take us out.
Yeah, Gunpowder. I purposely skipped G23 in the reading. Just because I'm that kind of asshole. Anyway, thank you everybody for showing up tonight, man. It's been good. It's been good. I think we needed just a good regular chat night all together all the way around. A couple interesting topics got brought up and chatted about, but thank you everybody. Thank you. Hopefully I can I'll be actually doing a little bit more work on the range in the next couple of days. So hopefully I can actually get that project nearer or closer to complete. Just as always, I want to remind you to keep your magazines loaded and one in the chamber. Thank you very much, Scott Smith.
I got one more thing before you all run off. Go check the description, because a couple years ago someone screwed up and he's not living that down. So go check that video. Go give him some hell, because he's never gonna live it down. With that being said, later.